All right, hello. Recording a episode of Drummers Untitled where I talk about drums, whatever I feel like it. And today I wanted to just record something so I could kind of dust off the old equipment and get to it because I feel bad that, I have this idea and I'm not following through because I'm met with a lot of resistance, a lot of imposter syndrome, that kind of stuff, and I fall off, and I think about it all the time. And after the recording that I did with my homie Sir Chevy, I felt really good that day. I felt like I was on top of the world, like I had actually accomplished something cool and something that, like one of my goals. So I think about that day and how I felt and how I should continue to go after that. It's not for any reason other than doing something that I like, which is talking to people about music and life and getting little tips and tricks on how you could just be better. It's my favorite thing to do and to surround myself with, whether it's reading a book or watching interviews. And so, I learned some things from Chevy, and I felt good that day, and so that's something that I should do more of. And it's been over a month, maybe 2 months that happened. So I fell off, like I said, and I wanted to just plug everything back in. And the whole purpose of this is to talk to other people. That's the goal. But if I don't do that, I can still record and look back and learn about how I can sound better, say less ums, and those little things that kind of get annoying when you're listening back. So this is the whole purpose of this. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. And as much as I cringe looking at the video, I'm going to just do it and go with it, whatever. All right. So, I have a few topics. Sorry about the clicking of the pen. I wrote out some topics that I wanted to talk about. This won't take long. I hope not. But, the whole podcast thing is, everyone wants to have a podcast now. That's just the fact. And I've been thinking about doing this for a few years, and I wanted to talk about how that all came about and how that all happened. So I went to a jiu-jitsu tournament. My brother is a jiu-jitsu practitioner, and he was in a famous tournament called EBI. And it was out here in LA at the Orpheum, and I go to all his tournaments. I enjoy supporting and doing that. So I went for the only reason is to just support. And so it's cool to surround yourself in things that aren't your realm. And so I like to go, I like to watch, I like to learn. Like I said, learning is cool. And so I was there, and it was a great experience. Gordon Ryan, if you know anything about jiu-jitsu, Gordon Ryan, he's the top of the top practitioners in the world now. He filled in for someone that tournament, and he won back in the day. Anyway, so I noticed the sponsors. Joe Rogan was one of them, and the Church of What's Happening Now was another one, along with, I don't know, soap or something. But I remember not knowing what those two things were. I was like, it's Joe Rogan's face, it's the Church of What's Happening Now, Joey Diaz's face, and I didn't know. So I went home, I looked that stuff up, and I would go to work, and I found out it was a podcast. So I went to work and I would throw it on and I got hooked. I got hooked to Joe Rogan and him talking to all kinds of people. And, I'm not the type to overanalyze things. If I like it, I'll continue to do it, to eat it, to watch it, not really overanalyzing whatever it is. If I like it, I'll continue to do it. And the same thing for the Church and Joey Diaz. I kind of liked his way of motivating you. And so I was hooked. I drank the juice. And through that, I also found out about Rich Roll and his whole thing. I found out about Tim Ferriss, his books, and his whole philosophy. And those podcasts, really those 4 podcasts, were the ones that I started listening to, and I still continue to listen to, amongst new ones that I like. But those 4 have been a staple. And if you know anything about those things, they encourage you to try new things and to break the mold of certain ideas that, might hinder who we are, what we believe. Them and the people that they talk to opened up this world of gaining knowledge, trying new things. And so for the past, I'd say like 5, 6, 7 years, I've been just devouring episodes after episodes. And I was like, man, fuck it. I want to do something related to drumming like that, like these guys do. So that's how this whole thing kind of went down, and why I feel so, I'm not going to say passionate, because passionate people go after things and they execute. And so that's something that I'm working on. So that's what I want to do with Drummers Untitled and the podcast, and just me talking to people and even talking to nobody. So that's what's up. And with this, and so, yeah, that's the whole point. It all started from going to EBI and just being curious. So be curious. I don't know, whatever. And so it's something that I'm dealing with now. It's like, I'm trying to be consistent, and, I want to hit people up, and I want to use this platform to record and record conversations and bring people on that I really like playing, or that I really like watching. It's going to be a music thing for the most part, because those are some of my favorite people. And who knows, down the line, whatever, I don't know. But for the most part, it'll be drummers. So stay tuned. But a little bit about what's going on with me at the moment. For the past 6, 7, whatever years that I've been listening to these podcasts, I've also kind of fell off from playing music myself with other people. I've still practiced, and I still watch videos and take lessons online and stuff like that. But I wasn't playing, and, I wasn't happy about it. I knew that something was missing in my life. So I would, put myself out a little bit and try to see if I could find anybody online to play with, but no dice. And so for whatever reason, things happen when they're supposed to happen. And the whole point of what I'm saying now, sorry if I'm rambling, but I started playing again. I met some guys, and, we've been playing live a couple of times so far, here in LA, and it's been nice, man. It feels good. It feels good to play in front of strangers, and, it's something that was missing, and I'm really happy about that. We've been, it's this whole thing, you meet someone and you're like, hey, you want to play? Yes. Let's see if it works out. If it doesn't work out, if it clashes, if it isn't harmonious, then right away. and it's not going to work out. But luckily, I've met some guys. We enjoy playing together, and we've been working on some songs that my buddies he's recorded. So we're bringing those to life, and now we're starting to write our own stuff. So that's where we're at, writing new stuff, recording. We just recorded an EP at West Valley Studios, deep in the valley. Very nice studio and very nice people there. So that happened over the course of 4 days, and that was really cool. Recording, getting in the studio. These are all things that I would write about, that I wanted to do. So I'm really happy that it's all coming together and that I'm back to it. It's something that I feel like I should be doing in my life anyway. So I'm really happy about that. And so, you think about, I want to do this and I want to do that. And speaking personally, I didn't really think too much of the little obstacles that come with, getting what you want. And I'm talking specifically recording. We were recording, and I knew that, under the microscope of the microphones, you have to kind of be ready to record, and you have to be well rehearsed. And so one of the things that I, as a drummer, deal with is the click track, because that's not really my jam as far as like playing drums. I like to sit down and just play, and sometimes it'll speed up, sometimes it'll drag. But when you're in the studio, for the most part, they want you to play to a click track. And if you don't know what a click track is, it's essentially a metronome, something that, that you have to stay on time with and not, be behind the beat or in front of the beat. You got to be right on it. And so, I was like, oh shit, I need to like practice. So I did, I practiced a little bit on, on the metronome. I got an app on the phone so I can take it wherever I go. And, the session went well, and we're happy about it. And I'll continue to kind of work with the click track, because man, one thing about playing with this band is that we record everything, rehearsals, through video and audio. So there's always, playback. You're always listening or you're always watching. And yeah, my time my time isn't that good, I guess. And I'm okay with that, because that means I need to work on it. And that comes with, doing these things, playing live, recording. So yeah, if anybody can relate, hit me up. I don't know. I've been watching little exercise videos that I can, play to a click track and just up my game. All right. So anyway, that's a little bit about what's been going on with me, which is great. And, I got a show coming up in May, at the end of May at the Mint out here in LA. And that's going to be cool. We're going to bust out some new songs for sure. We have rehearsals this week, moving on, because we just recorded. So now we're going back to rehearsal. And the name of the group is called Breaks. It's just a trio for now, I think. And we kick ass. So if you get a chance, come out, support. We'll be doing our thing. Great songs, man. They're really good songs. I'm really proud of how it's coming along, and I'm really happy that I'm playing again. And so, yeah, what else? I wanted to touch on the tragic death of Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters, and trying to, I've been watching videos of Taylor playing with Foo Fighters since I heard the sad news. And, I really admire his hard hitting style and his almost iconic way of how he plays the drums, which is this really big, almost like a show, like a showman, man. It's he's one of a kind. But one thing that I really admire is his almost endurance of how he just gets after it, right? One song after the other. It could be a fast song followed by another fast, hard-hitting song, another one, and another one, and another one, and there's something very special about that, and I really admire that, because you're putting on a show, and I don't know. You could just tell that he gives it his all. He gave it his all, and I don't know. It's something that I'll carry with me when I play. I know that for sure. And I just wanted to talk about, how cool of a player and I mean, that's all I know. I don't really, I don't know him personally, so I can't say anything about that. But, the drumming world, the music world, the world lost somebody who made this place very special. And so, Taylor Hawkins, R.I.P. And, I'll continue to, whatever. I'll never forget Taylor Hawkins. So, yeah. So what else? That's it. I wanted to keep it short. I'm at 15 minutes. I want to wrap this up. And that's it. I want to check in soon. I don't know. If you stayed this long, thank you. But that's it. That's the episode. And, moving forward, whatever. All right. That's it. Peace. Bye.